Hi guys, Kaze here. Welcome back. We're back with some more Memories Dogma. It's been a long time since we've done this one too. It was like last upload was what, December 15th? According to YouTube. Like I said, a long time. So, we're back. Finally, I really want to finish this. So, the episodes may be much longer than they used to be. Of course, if you want to catch up in the series, there's a playlist, so you can guys check that out as well. So anyway, let's get started. Guided by Oe-san, we made our way to Sorano's room. It hasn't changed at all since the last time I was here. The room had been cleaned up a bit, but everything else was the way it had been when Sorano was still alive.
Hiroki wa koko ni wa kita koto ga aru no?
Have you been here before, Hiroki?
ああ、よく二人で小説を読みふけったり、かけるも含めて一緒に宿題をやったりしたもんだよ。
Yeah, I spent a lot of time here with Sorano's reading novels. Sometimes Kakeru would come too, and we do homework together. I reminisced about the time the three of us spent in this room as I say that. Kakeru would always be staring at his PC intently, typing away intently at something or the other. Sorano and I would be sitting around reading or doing homework or just napping on the floor, whatever we felt like doing basically. We didn't talk much, though perhaps it's better to say there was no real need for us to say anything. Even if we weren't doing the same things, just being together like that was enough to make this place warm and comfortable. Even now, this room is still Sorano's room, but the warmth from that time is gone. The fact that Sorano's dead permeates through the whole room. Strangely enough, though, I don't feel any sadness or loneliness welling up. I haven't even cried even once since she died.
I
see. Well, it's nice that you were such good friends. In complete contrast to our words, it seemed that Reina's tone is suggesting that she means something else entirely. Hey, I've been wondering this for a while now, but... Reina points to the corner for the shelves. In the corner, black... white cats, black cats, spotted cats, beckoning cats, stuffed animals and ornaments of cats of all kinds are packed tightly on the shelf. I wonder what her favorite animal is. There's quite a lot of them. Why so many? Oh, these? These are... Yeah, there's a ton of them, right? You see, Sorano was allergic to cats. But she loved them. No matter how much we told her she couldn't keep one, she just wouldn't listen. Then one day she came back home carrying this huge stuffed cat. Wow, did she buy it herself?
いや、たまたまソラノとかけると3人でゲームセンターに行った時に俺が取ったんだよ。
Nah, we went to the arcade on a whim and I just happened to win it.
あまりにも欲しそうなオーラを放ってたからあげたんだ。
She looked like she really wanted it bad, so I just gave it to her. I vividly recall just how happy she looked when I gave it to her. But it was really effective in incapacitating her. What do you think happened after that? She started begging for cat-related things all the time. Pretty funny, don't you think?
それで猫にまつわるグッズを気が向いた時に持ってきてはここに置いていくのが恒例行事になったってわけ。
From then on, every time she found a cat, something that she liked, she'd bring it back and place it on that shelf. It was like a tradition.
なるほどね。
I see.
こういうのもそろそろ片付けなきゃとは思うんだけど。
I know I should probably clean them all up. Aoi gives us a troubled smile.
掃除に邪魔だとか思ってたのに、今ではなんだか私もこの猫たちに愛着が湧いてきちゃってね。
They get in the way when I'm cleaning the room, but I've started to grow fond of them lately.
まったく困ったもんよね。
Yeah, I don't know what to do. They don't look too much alike, but these two are definitely sisters. The expression of hers just now makes her look a lot like Sorano. Just looking at it makes my chest hurt.
それはそうと、今日はどうしたの？
Anyway, why'd you two come here for today? I hesitate a little bit at Ayo's question, but I looked her in the eyes and say,
今日は葵さんにあるお願いがあって来たんです。
We came here with a request, Ayo-san. I tell her about how I went to the Connect Center yesterday to talk to Sorano's memories and the events that transpired afterwards. The more I talked, the more I could see Ayo's expression darken.
それで、空野が亡くなった本当の理由が知りたいということね。
So basically, you want to find out the real reason Sorano died, right?
はい。手がかりになりそうなものを探していて。何か空野の持ち物を借りてもいいですか？
Yes. We're trying to get some clues, so it'd be alright to borrow some Sorano's belongings. After thinking for a bit, Ayo-san says apologetically.
正直なところ、ちょっと抵抗があるかな。
To be honest, I prefer if you didn't.
そうですか。
I see.
まだ今の状況に気持ちが追いついてないっていうのかな。
My feelings still haven't caught up with the reality of what's happened. Ayo-san sighed softly.
情けない話なんだけどね。空野がこの世からいなくなったっていうことをまだ心のどこかで受け入れてないんだと思う。
I know it's pathetic, but in my heart, I still can't really accept that Sorano's gone.
そうか。
Yeah, I see.
そうですよね。
だから気持ちの整理がつくまではあまり空野の持ち物を外に持ち出してほしくないんだ。
That's why, until my own feelings have settled down some, I don't want to let any of Sorano's things.
ちゃんと決心がつく時まで待ってもらっていいかな。
Could you wait until
ご
I
めんなさい
collected
ね。
myself a bit more? Sorry. Honestly, it's only natural for Ayo-san to feel this way. I apologetically bowed my head.
いえ、俺の方こそ無理を言ってすみません。
No, I'm sorry for asking the impossible too.
部屋には好きなだけいてくれていいから。見たいものがあるなら自由に見ていってね。
Not at all. If nothing else, you're free to stay here for as long as you like. Look around Sorano's room as much as you want.
ちょっと仕事が残ってて、私は自分の部屋にいるから何かあったら呼んで。
I still have a little bit of work left, so I'll be going back to my room now. If anything happens, call me. Aye-san speaks quickly before turning her back to us and leaving the room. I swear I see tears glistening in the corners of Aye-san's eyes as she leaves the room. Reina notices as well.
葵、泣いてた。
Aye was crying.
空野と葵さん、本当に仲が良かったんだ。ご両親はもう10年以上前に亡くなってて、ずっと2人で生活してたんだよ。
Sorano and Aye-san were really close. Their parents had died 10 years ago, so they've been living together ever since.
やっぱり葵さんの方が俺なんかよりも何倍も悲しいはずなんだ。
I'm sure Aye-san is taking Sorano's death far harder than I am. Having seen firsthand how Aye-san feels about all this, I can only hang my head.
でも、ヒロキだって。
But even your... Reina points to the large mountain of stuffed cats on the shelf.
空野にこれだけの数のプレゼントを送ったってことは、それだけ二人の間には長い年月の積み重ねがあるってことでしょ。
The two of you gave her this many presents. Isn't that a proof of how long you two have known each other?
葵の気持ちとヒロキの気持ちは比べられるものじゃない。
Why and your feelings aren't something that should be compared, Hiroki.
そうかな。
You think so?
そうよ。
I do. I respond by saying words of thanks, blushing shyly, looking away, talking about my memories of sun. Say thanks.
そうだな。ありがとう。
Yeah, you're right. Thanks.
別に思ったことを言っただけ。
I just said what came to mind. You don't really need to thank me. Reina brushes it off like it was nothing. I know that Reina's pretty blunt. Sometimes that can be a good thing.
そろそろ行こ
I guess we should get going. It's unfortunate, but there's nothing more we can do here.
そうね。
Yeah. As I open the door to leave the room, I see Aoi standing right outside. Seeing me, her eyes open wide in surprise for a moment, but then she smiles
う。
sadly.
葵さん、ずっとここに。
Wait, were you standing here the whole time?
ごめんね。空野の部屋に友達が来てくれるのは久しぶりだなと思ったら、なんだか離れがたくて。
Sorry. It's just that it's been so long since Sorano's friends have come to visit her room. I just couldn't leave.
また来ます。今度はカケルも連れて。
I'll come again. Next time I'll bring Kakeru too.
そうね。空野もきっと喜ぶと思う。
I see. I'm sure Sorano would be happy to hear that too. Me, Kakeru, and Sorano, the three of us, will never gather in her room like this again. That opportunity has been lost to us forever. But even then, we still might come back here again one day to hang out. I'm not sure, but it's definitely better than leaving Ayo-san here alone forever. Reluctantly, I leave Sorano's room. The sun is still shining brightly outside. Looks like today is going to be a hot day. We say our farewells to Ayo-san and leave the house. For a while, all I do is just walk around aimlessly. Reina, who's been walking silently with me the whole time, suddenly opens her mouth.
次に行くところはもう決めてるの？
Have you decided what we're going to do next?
いや、まだ。
Not yet.
ねえ、さっきから考えてたんだけど。
You know, I've been thinking this for a while now, but as she says that, Reina glances back and forth between my face and her own feet before finally gathering her courage.
空野が亡くなった場所には行ったことある？
Have you been to the place where Sorano died?
いや、まだだ。
No, not yet. Come to think of it, I had once been to the place where Sorano died. No, it might be better to say I couldn't go.
これはあくまでも個人的な意見だけど、その場所には行ってみるべきだと思う。
This is just my opinion, but I think it's worth going to see it at
やっぱ
least.
り、そうだよな。
Yeah, you're probably right.
ヒロキにとっては辛いと思うけれど。
I know it might be painful for you to go there, Hiroki, but
いや、レイナの言う通りだと思う。
no, you're right, Reina. We should at least check it out.
そう。
Yeah. Seems like Reina looks just a little relieved. I can't believe how pathetic I'm being when she was the one who had to worry about what she was saying.
じゃあ行ってみましょうか。その場所はここから近いの？
Alright, let's go then. Is it close to here?
ああ、
Yeah. As I answer the question, suddenly...
そこの君たち！
Hey! You two over there! I turn around in the direction of the voice and see a girl wearing a pink jacket and a miniskirt standing behind me. Okay, I finally remembered how to do it. Ta-da! She's cute! Whoever she is.
Do
you have a minute? Kanazaki Haruna, Roshi's police officer, 2nd Investigation Division Criminal Personal Unit. Okay. As she says that, she checks the MRD in her wrist and an AR display pops up in front of us.
警察の人ですか？
Are you a police officer?
そう、いわゆる国家権力ってやつだね。
That's right. Kneel before the power of the law. Authority on specific state yields. We can also refer to the national organization that was our power. I was going with probably a random saying.
国家権力って
Kneel before the power of the law? Did she seriously just say that? She's so serious in the other picture, and she's like so happy-go-lucky. Like, what? I look back at Reina, and she's at a loss for words, though thoroughly unable to believe what she just heard.
あのね、ちょっとだけ捜査に協力してほしいんだけど、いいかな？いいよね。あんま時間は取らせないよ。
Excuse me, but could I have a moment of your time to assist in an investigation? I can, right? It won't take long, I promise. This girl is really pushy. The police officer calling herself Haruna smiles and steps closer to us. We reflectively move one step back. Rina asks somewhat reluctantly.
捜査って具体的にはどんな事件なの？
Just what kind of investigation is it?
そうだな。一応機密情報だしな。
Well, unfortunately, that kind of classified information at the moment. Noticing Reina's rather sharp glare, Haruna shrugs her shoulders.
そんなに威嚇しないでよ。ま、少しだけなら話していっか。
No need to look so intimidated. I'm just here to talk a bit. Haruna coughs a bit to clear her throat and lowers her tone a little before she starts talking.
あのね、向こうの路地で1ヶ月くらい前に女の子が車にひかれて亡くなってしまった事故があったのは知ってる？
Well, did you know about a month ago a girl was hit by a car and killed in the streets across from us?
女の子が車にひかれた。
A girl hit by a car. This was a story all too familiar to me.
女の子って何歳くらいの？
How old was this girl?
どうやら18歳だったみたい。これ以上は教えられないよ。
I believe she was 18 years old. Wait, I can't tell you any more than that. Sorry. Haruna had been yelling until just now stops for a moment and takes a breath. A girl about 18 years old had been hit by a car 1 month ago. She was probably talking about Sorano. While I'm thinking about all this, Reina pulls on my arm and drags me a little away from Haruna and then starts to whisper.
ヒロキ、ぐずぐずしてないで早く行きましょう。
Hiroki, we don't have time for this. Let's hurry up and go.
いや、彼女が言ってるのはきっとソラノのことだ。協力すればソラノの情報が得られるかもしれない。
No, the girl she's talking about has to be Sorano. If we cooperate, we might be able to get some information out of her.
でも今はあまり警察に関わらない方がいいんじゃない？
But
この
isn't
人
it?
なんかちょっと変だし。
But isn't it better not to get too involved with the police right now? Besides, she seems a little kind of weird. What Reina's saying is correct, but on the other hand, we don't want to let a chance to get even more information on Sorano. Honestly, this female police officer does seem very suspicious, but...
わかりました。俺たちでよければ協力しますよ。
Very well. I don't know if we'll be of any help, but we'll cooperate.
話がわかる子たちだね。ありがとう。とりあえず現場まで来てもらっていいかな？
It looks like you kids really understand the importance of this. Thank you so much. Would you please come with me to the scene of the crime? Reina looks happy as she starts briskly walking. Reina suddenly whispers into my ear.
彼女にはヒロキがソラノの友人だってことは言わない方がいいと思う。
I think it'd be best if you don't tell her you're Sorano's friend, Hiroki.
そうか。
Really?
もし言ってしまったら取り調べの時間が増えてソラノのために避ける時間が少なくなってしまう可能性が高いでしょう。
If you tell her, she'll probably spend more time questioning us, which will give us less time to spend deciphering Sorano's memories. What Reina is saying makes sense. If she finds out we're related to this incident, it's quite likely we'll have to go to the police station and tell her everything we know.
わかった。あくまで聞かれたことにだけ答える。
Got it. For now, I'll just answer the questions I'm asked.
ええ、それがいいと思う。
Yes, I think that would be for the best.
おい、どうかした？
Hey! Is something wrong, you two?
いえ、何でもないです。
No, not at all. We briefly exchange glances and nod slightly, and start walking after Haruna. The place Haruna brings us to is exactly where I expected her to. It's your normal everyday alley, situated in a corner of the city. But ever since that day, it's a place I haven't been able to go back to. There are a number of flowers lying on the ground near the spot the accident is believed to have taken place. This is the place where Sorano supposedly killed herself by jumping in front of a car. But now I'm beginning to seriously doubt that's what happened.
君は地元に住んでる人かな?
Do you live nearby?
はい。
Yes.
じゃあ、この場所も通ったことある?
Then have you been through this street before?
ええ、何度かは。
Yes, many times.
7月13日の午後9時頃はどう? 通ってる?
What about the 13th of July, 9 p.m.? Were you passing through here around then? Haruna asked about the time and date we believe that Sorano
や
died.
っぱりソラノのことか。
As I thought, this is about Sorano.
なんか言った?
Did you say something just now?
いえ、その日はこの道は通ってないです。
No, I didn't pass through here that day. That is the truth. If only I had been, though. I may have been able to stop this from ever happening.
そっか。そっちの彼女は?
I see. What about you, miss? Haruna asks Reina. Reina quietly shakes her head.
ここを通りかかるのは初めてだから。
This is the first time I've ever passed through here.
ああ、そうなんだ。残念。
Ah, I see. Alas.
もし友達とかで何か知ってる人が現れたら、私に連絡くれないかな?
If any of your friends happen to know anything, or you meet anyone who does, please have them contact me. Okay. I'm like, how? With that, Haruna taps her MRD and an AR display appeared before me.
これが連絡先ね.
Here's your contact info. She uses her MRD to send a contact request. The operating system that all MRDs use, Themis, allows users to contact each other by exchanging their user information. Themis? Operating system that comes with MRD currently in 2030. The latest version of Themis is 2.3. The operating system is developed and maintained by a company like Tech. Why do we need to know that? I don't know. Well, we're at least filling up everything. I guess that's good. I hit the accept button on my screen. Now, if she calls me, I'll know it's her. Bruna sent me not just her official police account info, but also her personal account information.
わかりました。この警察庁のアカウントに連絡すればいいんですね。
Got it. If I find anything, I just need to call you on your police line, right?
そうじゃなくて、私の MRD に直接連絡くれればいいから。
Don't bother with that one. Just contact me directly. It'll be easier for you just to call me on my personal line. Okay. Kinda creepy, but alright.
じゃ、よろしくね.
Alright, see you two later. That was it. She leaves as suddenly as she came, bursting with energy all the while.
何だったんだろう。やけに自分に連絡をくれって強調してたな。
What was all that about? She was really adamant about being contacted on her personal account.
よっぽど手柄でもあげたいのかしら。
Maybe she just wants to take all the credit.
だとしても、なんか引っかかるんだよな。
Even then, there's something that's bothering me about that. Anyway, with the lively Haruna now gone, the stillness of the street feels even more pronounced. Yeah, it's really quiet. Despite the blazing heat of the sun's rays, it feels as though the air here is cold. Staying in the middle of the alleyway, I slowly closed my eyes. I thought I might be able to feel a little of Sorano here, but all I feel is the heat of the sun's rays and the wind on my cheek. It's too quiet and empty. Suddenly a sharp pain runs through my head. God, okay, sorry. Sorano. I stand there for quite some time. At some point I begin hearing a faint rumbling. I open my eyes and see a truck rounding the corner heading towards me. If I don't get out of the way, I'll get run over. I know that, and yet... I simply close my eyes again. The blaring noise of the car horn reaches my ears.
ヒロキ、 Hiroki!
Suddenly, I hear a loud yell right next to me. It's Reina. The moment I realize I feel someone grab my right hand and forcibly pull me back. The two of us land painfully on our butts on the side of the street. The truck's tires creak loudly as it passes in front of us, leaving a cloud of dust in its wake. Again,
もう、何考えてるのよ。
Jeez, just what were you thinking? Reina said empathetically. Sorry. For a moment back there, I had completely forgotten about Reina. Perhaps feeling a little guilty, I opened my mouth to explain myself.
俺、ソラノがいなくなってからおかしいんだ。
Ever since Sorano died, I've been a little strange.
自分でも無意識のうちに今みたいに動いてしまう瞬間がある。
Sometimes my body
ま
just
るで
starts...
何かに引き寄せられるみたいに。
Sometimes my body just starts moving on its own. It's as if I'm being called by something.
って女の子相手に何を話してるんだろうな、俺は。
I can't believe I'm even unloading all of this onto a girl right now. Feeling rather pathetic, I stopped myself.
あれ、今の話は忘れてくれ。
Just forget what I said.
別に、なんとも思ってない。
Don't worry, I won't think anything of it.
でも、自分の命を粗末にする人間は好きじゃない。
But, you know, I hate people who treat their own life lightly. I can feel the warmth of Reina's hands enveloping my own. That's right. I'm still alive. I squeeze the hand that's holding Reina's, and she suddenly opens her eyes.
ちょっと。
Hey! She says that Reina forcibly pulls her hand away from mine and stands up.
ごめん。
Oh, sorry.
いいから、自分で立って。
It's fine, so hurry and stand up. For some reason, Reina looks a little flustered. She's probably disgusted with me. Well, that's no surprise. I stand up on my own and brush off my pants.
ああ。だけど、今ので分かったことがある。
Oh yeah, I was able to realize something thanks to that just now.
分かったこと？
Realize what?
やっぱり、ソラノが自分から車に飛び込んだ可能性を認めざるを得ないってこと。
The possibility that Sorano might really have jumped in front of a car of her own volition. Most streets in the city are designated as automated zones, so the cars on them are usually self-driving, relying on the software inside to guide them to their destination. However, this area is pretty far away from the city, so it's outside of the automated zone. In other words, if a car came through here, it must have had a driver at the wheel. Humans aren't perfect. It was the middle of a day, like right now, it'd be easy to avoid someone staying in the middle of the road. But if it was night and someone suddenly jumps onto the road from a blind spot, it'd be really difficult to swerve out of the way. However, these circumstances point to one other possibility. That the driver chose Sorano on purpose. Come to think of it, we never asked Ayusa about the particulars of the accident. If we could find out who was driving the car that hit Sorano, we might be able to get closer to the truth. As I'm thinking about these things, my MRD starts making a notification that I received a message via Area Sync. Area Sync is something you set up on your MRD. What it does is leave a message at a designated point and sends it to the recipient when they pass through that point. Interesting. Name a specific feature whereby the sender of a data can mark a location beforehand, so when their intended recipient arrives at a location, the data will automatically be sent to them. When the feature was first launched in 2028, you can set it so the data will be sent to all users who walked into your specific location. Because of that, it was often used for event announcements and local store advertisements. You don't have to clutter the area. Not bad. The amount of advertisements being sent to people skyrocketed rapidly, and people got sick of it. The MRD users started lodging complaints. 3 months after the feature was introduced, the developers and the game of technology apologized publicly, and their former apology letter has become famous. Okay. And the sender of this area sync is...
Sorano だ。
Sorano. Huh?
空野からデータが届いてる。
I've gotten a message from Sorano. I heard it open up my AR display and bring up the message.
これは神社。
This is a shrine?
ああ、大二間神社だな。
Yeah, it's the Ofutuma Shrine. The message is simply an image file that showed the biggest shrine in the area. The Ofutuma Shrine. Why?
どうして神社の画像データが？ここに何かあるの？
Why did she send you a picture of a shrine? Is there something there? Rainer's reaction is only natural. It's just a picture of the shrine in the area. To most people, it probably holds no other meaning. However, the shrine is a special place for me and Sorano.
この神社、空野がよく通ってた場所なんだ。
This shrine is a place Sorano used to go to a lot.
俺も付き添いでよく行ってた。と言っても、いつも入り口で待ってただけなんだけど。
I'd go too, just to accompany her. Well, I'll always wait outside at the entrance, though.
なるほど。
I see.
他人から見れば取るに足らないものに見えても、本人たちにとっては情報量の大きなデータになる。
To most people, it'd be worthless, but for whom it's intended, this message has a lot of meaning. I don't know why I clicked that. It's like, a lot of meaning. I wonder what that is. Entropy. The expected value of information, or specifically in information theory, a way to know how likely it is that a specific outcome occurs. Commonplace or predictable outcomes don't provide much information, whereas unexpected or unpredictable outcomes are said to be contained far more information. I had to think there's a lot of meaning, but okay.
だから誰にも消されることなく、ヒロキ、あなたに届けることができると考えたのかもしれない。
It was more of what, well, I mean, was. Okay, anyway. That's probably why it wasn't deleted and managed to reach you, Hiroki. The image file was probably some kind of message Sorano was trying to send while she was still alive.
だったら、その神社に行ってみるのはどう？
Should we go to the shrine then?
空野が何か大切なものを預けたり、誰かに伝言を残したりしているのかもしれない。
She might be trying to entrust something from there to us, or perhaps she left behind some kind of message there. I nod in agreement with Reina's proposal. Interesting. But I think that's a good spot as any for us to finish this video. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What you guys think is going to happen. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye! Kaze out.